better. We had a buzz in the mic. All right. I'm going to Big Clive you a little bit here today. And I had a mishap last week that really put a wrench in things for me. What happened is that Old Faithful here stopped running. This has served me faithfully for 14 years. This is a 2006 Mac Mini Core Solo, the first Intel machine that they made like this. It is an antique, but it was a great computer. Well, one morning I went up and hit the button, and it didn't run. So I figured, what the heck? I says, maybe the power supply for it's bad. So I rustled up another power supply, and it didn't help. So at this point, I'm saying this machine's just old. You know, it's time to maybe upgrade. So I went on Amazon, and they got some 2010 Mac Minis on there for real affordable price. $185 I got. And so I picked up one of these. Now, there's a Mac Mini 2010, and it looks really nice, $185. So what I did was, I opened this up, and I removed its brain, or actually its mind. I removed the hard drive from it. That's right here. There's the hard drive. That's everything that computer is on this thing right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to put this hard drive into this computer down here. But first, let's see how well this runs. Well, I got a power cord with the thing, which is great. It's not an original power cord, but it'll work. So let's just plug it in. And plug it in. And let's fire it up and see what happens. I mean, you know, should work. Ah, there's the boot noise. What? Wow, this thing's... The fan is blowing at full speed. It's not supposed to do that. It's not like real hot in here. I mean, the fan should be running at about 1,800 RPM. It's kind of like its idle speed. From the sound of it, let me hear it. Oh, yeah. That thing's running probably 5,800 RPM, full speed. I suspect there's foul work at play. So let's just pull this. Yeah, we don't need this right now. Let's take a look inside. What we do is we turn it like that. And we get ourselves a tool here. There we go. Get a tool and take the cover off. All right. It looks okay. Then we got Crucial RAM. What do we got here? I don't know. Couple gig, I don't know, something like that. But the hard drive is down here, and I want to replace the hard drive. That's under here. So here's how you go about that in one of these things. You need some tools, so this is a good tool to have. I think you need a number 4 and a number 6 Torx. And strangely enough, oh, hold on. I need a couple drill bits, some tweezers, and a screwdriver caddy. First thing we do, take the fan out. So we loosen that up. We loosen that up. And we loosen this screw right here. That's good. That makes the fan loose, but it's got a little plug on it down here. And so we need to disconnect that. Let's see. There we go. And the fan has been disconnected. All right. I'll just pull the ram for the hell of it right now. There we go. Take that out. And the next thing is we want to get this shroud off of here. We take this one screw out. Just that one screw, save it. And then we carefully pull on the plastic, and we take this plastic piece out of here. All right. Next thing to do is disconnect a few things. Here is the hard drive cable thermal sensor. It's a weird one. I don't know why they have this, but that's this one. Let's pull this one out. There, we disconnect that. Let's disconnect the CD-ROM. Let's disconnect the hard drive. And let's disconnect these two guys here. There's that one. And that one. Nice and tiny stuff, isn't it? And then there's one screw that holds the circuit board in. And that's there. But really, we want to get to the hard drive. So that's over here. So let's change our tip to a bigger one. Take out this screw. Take out this screw. And then there's these two screws. These actually are screwed into the hard drive. So we loosen it up. And we loosen it up. And there's something wrong with that. It appears that the bushing is missing out of there. You know, you buy these things used. You know, the people who refurbish these things don't understand them. They don't understand that these things are important. So now we take this Wi-Fi shielding and antenna out of here. Okay. And we just kind of set it off to the side because it's connected right here. That's a stinky little thing to put in there. Now that we got that all done, we can take these and stick them in these holes. And yeah, pull like that, and that pops the case out a little. That gets you started for removing the motherboard. But there's one connector down in here that you need to disconnect first. That's the main power cable from the power supply. So, come on. Don't fight me. There we go. Okay, we're disconnected. And we just slide out. Slide out the motherboard. See that connector? Well, I'm going to have to remove it anyway, so let me just pull it off. Let me just get it off of there. There we are. We take the Wi-Fi antenna, set it off to the side. We can get this out of our way. That's actually the computer. Now, so that exposes our hard drive, which isn't held in properly. And also, too, the thermal sensor on the hard drive. There's supposed to be a thermal sensor on this case and another little lead just like this coming off of it. And that plugs into the motherboard in these two little places. Well, the one on the hard drive's missing because this is not the original hard drive. Let me take this connector off. There we go. This is a cheap, I think I've seen these for $6 or $7. You know, we want, no, this is the wrong box. We want that new hard drive in here. This guy, well, it isn't new. This is the old hard drive out of the old machine. We want this in there. But I don't have a thermal sensor. So I'm going to have to cannibalize the old machine, pull one of its thermal sensors out, and stick it in this machine for right now. But for right now, we're just going to plug that in. There we go. And we're going to, so here's the thermal sensor for the CD. There was a thermal sensor for the hard drive. And there's a thermal sensor for this interface right here, for this cable adapter that fits on the hard drive. The thing about them is, they all have to be plugged in, or the thermal management system in this thing thinks there's a problem and turns the fans on full speed. So whoever put this in here didn't know what the hell they were doing, and they've caused me a problem now. Now I have to find a thermal sensor and put it in there. How many people have to go through those kind of things when they like buy a new car or something? No, you don't. You know, I realize this is used equipment, but gee whiz, you know, be careful with stuff. You know, folks. Oh, you can be such a yutz. You know. That's why crap winds up in the landfill. Because people screw up like this. Come on. I told you, this one's a little bugger to get on here. It doesn't always want to cooperate with you. It'll go snap when everything's good. It's just my clumsy hands. You have such a problem in your life? What the heck? Come on. Get on there. Come on, I need Wi-Fi. Come on. Oh, there it is. Okay, now we slide this back down in. Be careful with this. Don't pull that thing out again, because we got to get this connector in now. This is also another fun little exercise. Let's get her past there. There we go. Now you have to get put in to your socket, or no power will get to the motherboard. Okay, we got it in. I did that pretty easy. Let me make sure we're free here. We're good here. Everybody's freed up. Let's get that motherboard back in place. Okay, it's back in place. Let's put the screw back in that holds it down. Right here. That's good. Then, what should we do? Well, here, let's put in some of these connectors first. Let's put this connector in place. Okay. Let's put this thermal sensor in place. let's get the hard drive hooked up. Let's get the CD-ROM hooked up. Good. And then we got one more thermal sensor from the connector, and it goes right. This can be tedious, especially if you can't see what you're doing like me. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. We got to put a thermal sensor in here. I'm going to have to go scrounge one out of another machine, but for right now, we'll let it blow full force. And we lightly get that under there. We treat this real careful, just so we don't snag that wire. And get this. And yeah, see, there's a grommet on here. This grommet's missing. Yeah, you buy used stuff, you know. People are not careful with their equipment. Okay. There we go. Now we get it under here. Then we get it onto here. And it's got to fit in just right. There it is. No. No. There. There. Now it fits in perfect. Okay. Change the screw out. Come back here, get these big guys. Let's start cinching up the hard drive to it first. The actual order you do this stuff in isn't that important. Okay. That's in place. And this is in place. I gotta just snug it. I don't want to tighten it down too much because the washer's missing in there. Let's put the RAM back in. Put it in there and put it down. And there's one. There's another. And, oh, geez, that didn't go good, did it? There. There, that's better. Okay, now for the plastic shield on the side. This sometimes can be a little tricky to slide in here. Okay, it went right in. Not that tricky. And put that one screw back in that holds it in place. And we're almost there. Reinstall the fan. First thing we do is we get the connector put in, which is right back there, snapped in, good. And then place it down in the holes and tighten it up. All right, 2 more parts and we're done. Change the tip again. Crazy people. Oh, no. There we go. Put that in. And we put... Oh, God. I'm all fumbles today. There we go. And put that in. There we are. Now... let's see if smoke pours out of it when I turn it back on. There we go. We'll plug it in. And all right, I didn't break it. Okay. I'll have to go back in there again and change that sensor, but we've got a new mind inside of this computer now, which is cool. Piece of junk. So, it also didn't come with another little thing. And that's a HDMI to DVI connector for hooking the monitor up. Another $30 that I needed. This thing comes with that. I didn't get it with this one. So there's my big brain upgrade. I'm going to get everything hooked up now and get myself back working. And I think I'll gin this video up and just send it out. Kind of like a Big Clive thing, but you know, it's the new. What is the name of this guy? This guy's called Macaroni in my system. Let me see. Yeah. I got macaroon over here, and this is my new macaroni. Eh?